Here's the Nintendo Direct problem. People talk about games more than actually playing games. That's it. That's the whole problem. To be honest, I don't even see why so many people even want Nintendo Directs when there are already so many games out there to play. Seriously, even if you're only into like one game genre, there are hundreds of great games out there for you. And it will likely take you years to actually get through all those games. So many people are constantly desperate for new games to get announced. But I'm in the opposite boat. I actually don't even want more games to get announced because my gaming backlog is already so huge. When more cool games get announced, it just makes my gaming backlog even more insurmountable to complete. And there's something in particular that's a really big pet peeve of mine. People who only play one game and then they act like a Nintendo Direct was terrible. For example, there are a lot of people out there who pretty much only play something like Super Smash Bros. These are the kinds of people that you are going to see complain about Nintendo Directs the most. If you only play one type of game, then the vast majority of Nintendo Directs are automatically going to be disappointing for you. Because, I'm sorry guys, but it's impossible for Smash Bros to get announced at each and every Nintendo Direct. And just so you know, I'm not judging people who only play Smash, or people who only play one game. There's nothing wrong with that at all. I'm just saying that if you're the kind of person who doesn't play a variety of games, then most Nintendo Directs won't be for you. And hey, that's perfectly okay. I just think it's strange to act like Nintendo is failing or doing something wrong when realistically, you wouldn't even be playing most of the games that would be announced anyways. And this whole topic goes even beyond that. Whenever a full Nintendo Direct gets announced, people get their expectations way out of control. I think people constantly expect every Nintendo Direct to have something like a big new Zelda game or a big new Mario game or a big new Animal Crossing or a big new Smash or etc, etc, etc. Guys, game development takes time. Not every Nintendo Direct can be filled to the brim with huge scale first party Nintendo games. It's just not realistic. Like, we already know that the Switch 2 is going to have a big Mario game and a big Zelda game and Smash Bros and all those kinds of things. But you can't just expect to get all that stuff at once. Even the Switch 1 didn't get all that stuff at the same time. Here's a post that stood out to me in regards to the most recent Nintendo Direct. This guy is saying, "I think this best sums up my feelings. You walk into the first Direct of the Switch 2 era, and these are the brand new first party game announcements. You're telling me you didn't expect a little bit more from a new console's first huge presentation?" And then he shows off Yoshi, Mario Tennis, and Fire Emblem. I mean, honestly, when you look at the Switch 2's first year as a whole, the lineup is actually not that bad. In fact, I'd even argue that it's pretty good. Like, if you only count first party exclusive Switch 2 games, the entire lineup so far is Mario Kart World, Donkey Kong Bonanza, Hyrule Warriors Age of Imprisonment, Kirby Air Riders, Yoshi and the Mysterious Book, Mario Tennis Fever, Pokemon Pokopia, and Fire Emblem Fortune's Weave. And that's not even including the first party Switch games that are also coming to Switch 2, such as Pokemon Legends ZA, Metroid Prime 4, Tomodachi Life, and Rhythm Heaven Groove. Seriously, this is a pretty large amount of Nintendo franchises to be represented in one year. I honestly think that people are brainwashing themselves into thinking that just because there's not a 3D Mario or a 3D Zelda, then that automatically means that the Switch 2 is off to a bad start. The thing is, on top of everything I just talked about, there are probably even more games coming out within the next year that haven't been announced yet. I don't know about you guys, but if this is just the first year of the Switch 2, then I personally think this console has a bright future ahead of it in terms of software output. I want to end this video by saying that you are allowed to have your opinions and that you are allowed to be disappointed by Nintendo Directs. I'm not trying to control people's feelings here. I just personally think that playing the games you already have in your backlog is probably a better usage of your time than complaining on social media about how bad Nintendo is. Because honestly, if you're not even playing games, then why are you wishing for more games to be announced? Remember folks, the next time you come out of a Nintendo Direct feeling underwhelmed, just look at your game library. Look at all those unfinished games you have on your shelf or your Steam account. I guarantee you'll start to realize how little these Nintendo Directs actually matter in the grand scheme of things. Thousands of great video games already exist, and thousands of great video games will continue to release. Just chill out and enjoy yourself. That's what we all should be trying to do in this life. Thank you for watching, and I'll see you in the next video. Have an awesome day.